Now on question 5, it is a straightforward issue. It's been out there several times. There's been opportunities to vote on it. It's been sent to a study. It is just simply saying before someone is going to get taxpayer-funded state benefits, they provide proof of legal residence in Massachusetts. I support this measure, and I would ask my opponent if, when she's talking about it, look, you've said that you're in favor of this particular issue, that you support it, but it was a poorly written bill. It was a poorly written bill apparently in 2009 when you voted to send it to study. There was nothing done on it. It came up again in 2010, and you sent it to study again. If it's an idea that you support, why didn't you work with Representative Perry and others to provide some amendments to make it a stronger bill so that this state doesn't just say, don't worry, people aren't getting benefits. We have the aunt of the president proving otherwise. The state agencies specifically check that proof of legal residence before they provide those taxpayer-funded benefits.
And Ms. Benson.
Yes, that was a very poorly worded amendment, and it was unnecessary. So I'll get into details. One, that amendment was so vaguely written, it would have forced a town like Shirley to spend thousands and thousands of dollars running, potentially, running people who come into your senior center through a verification system, which you would have to pay for. It's an unfunded mandate, and it's not necessary because in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, we already do this. It was in regulation. What we did was move it from regulation to statute. So it can't be changed without public hearings. So if you are going to Mass Health, DTA, you have to be run through the SAVE system. Unemployment immigration verification, any grants, I mean, I can go on. Public housing, emergency housing, though, is federally mandated. We cannot check immigration status. K through 12 public education, we are not allowed by the federal government to check immigration status. So what we can control within the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, we do. We are federally audited to ensure that we do. But there are places where the federal government overrides what we can ask for. And so what I said in 2008, and my opponent said it was, I don't know, passing the buck, we need federal immigration reform because federal government, federal laws trump state laws. We cannot override the federal government. We cannot deport immigrants if we find them. Only the federal government can do that. So without federal immigration reform, we cannot further these checks.
And Mr. Hayes, 30 seconds.
Sure. It's a bit of creating fear, uncertainty, and doubt to tell you that your senior center is going to have to run these checks and such. It's state benefits. Clearly there's disagreement. There's enough people behind this particular amendment that say, no, there are loopholes. We're not specifically checking in every case. There are examples of this. They're uncovered. We need to just simply close the loopholes that are there. And there is much more we can do as a state. You cannot tell your state police to look the other way and not worry about whether someone's here illegally when they're doing their normal course of their business.